Okay, tiny people at home, you'll be getting this shortly. And please join in whilst we do this. All right, we're all singing. Remember, if we're doing BAME, you're being graded. You're not singing, you're losing a grade on this. Yes, it's that awful. Here we go, ready? Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb with fleece as white as snow. Mary's lamb ate lots of food, lots of food, lots of food. Mary's lamb ate lots of food, which cost a lot of dough. Mary went to Ohio State, Ohio State, Ohio State. Mary went to Ohio State and she did well in school. She was gonna make big bucks, make big bucks, make big bucks. She was gonna make big bucks because she was no fool. Soon she needed a part-time job, part-time job, part-time job. Soon she needed a part-time job to feed her little lamb. It cut into study time, study time, study time. It cut into study time and put her in a jam. Mary had to go back home, go back home, go back home. Mary had to go back home, she lost her scholarship. The only job that she could find, she could find, she could find. The only job that she could find was making burgers flip. Mary tried to figure out, figure out, figure out. Mary tried to figure out just what the lamb had cost. Thought she had a super deal, super deal, super deal. Thought she had a super deal, but look what she had lost. Mary wants to try again, try again, try again. Mary wants to try again to fulfill her college wishes. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, and boy, it was delicious. All right, yeah. You guys did wonderful. Okay. One more time for Gus, just so we understand. When we're doing BAME, you're being graded all the time. So if there's side conversations going on, just see me at the end of the class, I'll let you know how many points I lost. Okay. There are only 3 things that a well-educated young person needs to know about cost. Each one goes a little further in telling the whole story. Guys, this is one of the most important lessons you can learn. The first cost is the obvious one. That's the amount paid or required in payment for a purchase. Mary went to the annual year-end sale at the Acme Lamb Farm, where she paid $15 for her own little ball of fleece. $15 was the lamb's cost. All right, that's basic cost. That's simple cost. You go in the grocery store, there's a price on the shelf. That's what you're going to pay right now. Where Mary ran into trouble was with the total cost of owning Lambsy. She named it Lambsy right after she bought it. It's Mary. Total cost involves not only the initial purchase, but also all expenses that go along with the purchase. In this case, food was the most noticeable ingredient in the total cost. Explain below why there really isn't much difference in the total cost of owning a $30 mutt from the Humane Society shelter or owning a $400 German Shepherd from the expensive Dog Emporium. Write it out. Why isn't there really much difference in how much that costs? Yeah.
And $400 for the German Shepherd.
Okay. So somebody give me one of the reasons. Omar.
Because both dogs need food and water. And they
Wait. Okay, Gus, give me another one.
Bedding and housing.
you get like toys to keep it entertained.
Toys. James?
Collars and like dog tags.
Collars and what then?
Like dog tags.
Oh, yeah. What else, Bilal?
Like totally like a fence or something not just like going
Oh, a what? A sign?
like
Oh, a fence. Okay, anything else?
water balls, food balls. You need like special dog soap to clean the dog.
So, gotta get the dog Mr. Bubble. James,
You need treats and leashes.
what else do we need?
You kinda need like time to walk the dog and everything.
Well, since you're taking walking, let's get right down to it. You're gonna need poop bags. You got the cats, they're gonna cat box. Okay? Anything else? Here's a biggie. Vet, you know, I have a cat, right? I don't know if I told you guys, not really when it happened, right? The cat's a few years old, so we thought, okay, we should get the doctor to look at it, you know? So we brought her to the vet for a little checkup thing. She looks at me and says, well, wait a second, let me look at the gums and everything. Okay. She comes back in a few minutes and says, I don't really see a problem, but the kitty is getting a little older. We should make a dental plan, you know, to make sure that we get this covered. Now, I want you to know, I paid $10 for the cat, okay? She comes up, honest to goodness, she says, well, your basic plan for kitty would be about $400. That would take care of the cleaning and everything, you know? But then, you know, there's this other one that, you know, if it needs a little bit more, it could go up to about $1,200. And I'm thinking, I paid $10 for the cat. You know what happens if the cat dies or the cat gets really sick? Here's another $10. Give me another cat. Okay? Guess what? It's an animal. No, it's a child. It's my sister. It's my brother. I could never do that. I could. Okay.
Usually attached to it.
I'm attached to my cats.
Cats hate humans.
Every one of them.
No, that's not true.
And when they're old and sick, I've shot every one of them. Except for one, my mother's, because she made me promise I'd have it put down. But she gave me the money for it.
How much money?
I don't know, she gave me a couple $100. Okay, yes, sir.
Wait, but like, wouldn't it still be like way more? Cause you'd have to pay the same amount for the employee dog, right?
You have to pay the same amount for what?
For the employee dog. So if you have to pay $1,200 for the
Okay, would it really be way more? I mean, let's think about this. Over the course of the cat's life, have you got $1,000? Have you got, who knows, you know, $50 for this? I have no idea what leashes cost, you know, but leashes and collars and everything are gonna be, you know, $100, $150 over the course of the things like tags. How much are dog tags now? I haven't.
Like $20.
$20, you just get them once, you have to get them renewed and stuff?
Well, if they fade away.
Oh, if you have to renew them.
Until they go
Okay, so figure you get another $100 in here, you know, bedding in a house. Okay, well, you know, of course you.
And especially when, you know.
Yeah, you know, if you're gonna get a dog house, you know, that's gonna be, you know, a few $100 because you gotta get into the right condo. It's not only that's the right term because he doesn't take care of his own lawn and he doesn't do his own shoveling. He got that service provided, so it's actually a dog condo. Anyway, and then bedding,
That's like
you know,
$300.
nobody throws him an old blanket. Yeah, they give him something nice and food and water can be, you know, lots per bag, depending on how big the dog is. If it's a German Shepherd, you know, they're gonna eat pounds and pounds and pounds of food. You're gonna end up with several $1,000s here. So if you look at this and go, hey, this dog's almost free, when in fact it's gonna be at, I don't know, $4,000 to that. It's a $4,030 dog or a $4,400 dog. Is there that big a difference? Not really when you add all of the total cost. Okay, cool. All right, wait a second. I have to erase it. You guys did a good job with that, but I don't want the other class just taking your ideas. This is annoying sound. Okay.
Ew.
All right, apart from cost and total cost, there's also opportunity cost, which can be defined as the result from the next best course of action. Not all the other courses of action, but the next best course of action. Imagine that mom comes home one afternoon and suggests the whole family goes to a movie. Dad comes home 5 minutes later and offers to take the whole family to play miniature golf. There's only enough time and money to do one of these activities. One activity will be chosen. The other will become the product of your afternoon. The other will go undone. That's the opportunity cost. That's what you could have done, your next best choice. Well, let's say the family chooses to play mini golf. What did they give up? Just say it.
Popcorn.
The movie, yeah, the popcorn.
Good family bond.
Said like a true movie popcorn addict.
Yes.
The popcorn, man. The big tub you refill 11 times. Walk out with a tight stomach because you've eaten so much popcorn.
Sorry. Oh,
All right,
you
every time you choose to spend any asset, that's anything that has value, be it money, time, talent, whatever, you're choosing not to spend that asset on the next best choice. What was Mary's opportunity cost for having Lamsey? Explain below, write it in there. What was the thing she gave up because she had Lamsey? You can pause it if you want to read here. The next best opportunity, so what was the thing she gave up? Okay, yeah, she gave up her scholarship, which meant her chance to go to college.
Yeah.
She lost Ohio State. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of an expensive thing to have old Lamsey there. Yes, ma'am?
Not getting into college and not having fun.
Well, she was in college, so she
not
yeah,
like-
gave up being in college and having fun. I can see where you're gonna be seriously academic minded when you go to college. I am going for the fun. I haven't decided if I'll go to classes or not.
I mean,
You go shopping. Okay.
I know, the mall needs to have fun.
Shh, remember, we're not doing other conversations. Are you being creative? You're being what? Go ahead. Oh, okay, all right. All right, opportunity cost is an economic term. Total cost is a financial term. Be aware that most people either not consider these two or simply use the word cost to describe all three definitions. Using lessons in real life, the Melita Coffee Company had a very beautiful and unique coffee maker. It was elegant, it was stylish, and for years it was free. It was such a nice piece of equipment that no one would dream of just throwing it away, but that might have been the cheapest thing to do. Melita coffee makers were beautiful, well-made, and free, but the filters for the machine were not. Melita was the only company to make such filters, and the price it charged more than offset the cost of the free coffee maker. I mean, this really, truly was a beautiful coffee maker. Your moms, with the nicest dining rooms you had, would have been tickled to have a Melita coffee maker there. They were beautiful. But they had, I don't know if you've ever seen like a Mr. Coffee filter. It kind of looks like a little pan. Well, Melita coffee filters are a cone. And they had the patent on that, and no one else could make it for years. So you couldn't use a Mr. Coffee filter. You couldn't use any other kind of filter. You had to buy the Melitas. I worked for Walgreens for a number of years, and seriously, the Mr. Coffee filters, because everybody had a Mr. Coffee or that style, the Mr. Coffee filters, sometimes Walgreens brand would go on sale, and you get like 500 filters for, back then, 99 cents. And the Melita ones were like 40 filters for $4.50. So they gave you this beautiful machine, but as long as you used it, you were paying a ridiculous amount. You know what else? You see that?
Phones.
When you get a new cell phone plan, right? Oh, it's not much. It's just $20 more a month. And as long as you keep it, it's just $20 a month. So if you use the same plan for, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 years, you're still paying $20 a month or whatever the price is. Hey, thank you for the $1,100 for the $200 phone. We appreciate that. Okay, so you got to watch out for the things. You got just the simple cost. That's what you see on the store shelf. Then you have the total cost, stuff like we mentioned for owning a dog. And then you have the opportunity cost. What's the next best thing you could have done? Now listen to me carefully. I'm handing this to you. It says, name something you might buy for which you would only consider cost in its simplest form. That's just the basic one. Next one says, name something you might buy for which you would definitely consider total cost. You may not use a pet or an animal. You're just barfing back what I already told you. I don't want to know that you just listened and are now telling me, although I have no idea if you understand. The last thing is name something you might buy for which you would have an opportunity to, you would look at opportunity costs. Okay? Thanks, guys.